The Tao Te Ching Chapter 35. In the ancient text the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu we can see that each verse is an aspect and expression of a variety of concepts of non-dual philosophy. In this video series we will look at each chapter of the Tao Te Ching sequentially. If you've enjoyed the series so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. First, let's listen to this verse of the poem, as beautifully translated by Stephen Mitchell, and then be prepared to delve into its deeper meaning. At the end of this video, we'll explore how the ideas in this verse can be applied to our everyday lives. The poem reads, "He who is centered in the Tao can go where he wishes, without danger. He perceives the universal harmony, even amid great pain, because he has found peace in his heart. Music or the smell of good cooking may make people stop and enjoy, but words that point to the Tao seem monotonous and without flavor. When you look for it, there is nothing to see. When you listen for it, there is nothing to hear. When you use it, it is inexhaustible." This verse from Stephen Mitchell's translation of the Tao Te Ching encapsulates several key ideas within Taoist philosophy. Harmony brings safety. He who is centered in the Tao can go where he wishes, without danger. Being centered in the Tao means living in accordance with the natural flow of the universe. When we align our actions and thoughts with the Tao, we move through life harmoniously. This alignment protects us from harm because we are not acting against the natural order, and our actions are balanced and wise. Non-dual philosophy also asserts that when we realize our true nature is not separate from the universe, we move harmoniously with the flow of life. This understanding dissolves the illusion of separateness and reduces fear, leading to a sense of safety and security. Inner peace amid adversity. He perceives the universal harmony, even amid great pain, because he has found peace in his heart. When we are in tune with the Tao, we can see the bigger picture and understand that all things are connected. This perspective allows us to recognize the underlying harmony in the universe, even during times of suffering. Inner peace stems from this deep understanding, providing resilience and tranquility despite external circumstances. Non-dual teachings emphasize that true peace is found within, irrespective of external circumstances. Recognizing the non-dual nature of reality helps us see that pain, suffering and adversity are transient experiences, and do not disturb the underlying peace that is the essence of our being. Fleeting pleasures. Music or the smell of good cooking may make people stop and enjoy. Sensory pleasures, such as listening to music or enjoying the aroma of good food, naturally attract people and provide momentary enjoyment. These pleasures are immediate and tangible, engaging the senses directly and providing instant gratification. While sensory pleasures are acknowledged in non-dual philosophy, they are seen as fleeting and not the source of lasting fulfillment. Non-dual realization directs our attention to the deeper, abiding joy that is not dependent on sensory experiences. The subtlety of wisdom. But words that point to the Tao seem monotonous and without flavor. Teachings about the Tao may appear dull or uninteresting compared to sensory pleasures because they are subtle and abstract. The concepts of the Tao are not immediately graspable through the senses and may lack the excitement or immediate appeal of sensory experiences. Non-dual teachings often appear subtle and abstract compared to sensory experiences, because they point to an understanding beyond the mind and senses. The essence of non-dual wisdom can seem mundane or flavorless to those seeking tangible or immediate gratification. Beyond the senses. When you look for it, there is nothing to see. The Tao is not something that can be perceived through the usual sensory channels. It is an underlying principle or force that cannot be seen, heard, or otherwise directly detected. This suggests that understanding the Tao requires a different kind of perception, one that goes beyond the ordinary senses. Non-dual philosophy also posits that ultimate reality cannot be perceived through the senses or comprehended by the intellect. True understanding comes from a direct realization of the non-dual nature of existence, which transcends sensory perception. As Rupert Spira states, non-dual realization is not a state or experience that comes and goes, but a fundamental shift in perspective that transforms our entire relationship to reality. The mind and senses can only perceive objects, thoughts, and sensations within a dualistic framework. They are tools designed for navigating and making sense of the world of forms and phenomena. However, they are not capable of directly perceiving the underlying reality that is non-dual and beyond form. The inexhaustible source. When you use it, it is inexhaustible. The Tao is boundless and limitless. When we align with the Tao and harnesses its principles, it provides an infinite source of guidance and energy. Unlike material resources that can be depleted, the Tao remains ever present and endlessly available. In non-dual philosophy, the true self or awareness is also seen as infinite and inexhaustible, and an endless wellspring of wisdom and strength. The takeaway message. If you take one message from this verse, it is this: aligning with the Tao brings inner peace and harmony, transcending the fleeting nature of sensory pleasures. This quote encapsulates the core message of verse 35, which emphasizes that true peace and safety come from living in accordance with the Tao, allowing us to navigate life without fear. Unlike temporary sensory pleasures, the wisdom and strength derived from the Tao are profound and inexhaustible, offering enduring tranquility and balance in life. Verse 35 of the Tao Te Ching teaches us to seek alignment with the natural flow of life, which brings a deep and lasting sense of peace. By focusing on this inner harmony rather than pursuing transient sensory pleasures, we can simplify our lives and find peace. Embracing the subtle, yet profound wisdom of the Tao allows us to find meaning in the everyday and maintain tranquility even in difficult times. This approach fosters a more balanced, contented, and fulfilling life, grounded in an inexhaustible source of inner strength and clarity. Thanks for watching.